it's so interesting. It's almost like when you're trapped in resentment, you're attached to the world. So you don't want to come out. You don't even want to come out.
I remember you was conflicted.
Right.
Trapped in the
right. That's why I love K Dot. Yo, KDZ.
Trapped in a room full of. What did he say? Because I felt like you were about to go right on it.
Right.
Like I remember you was. Go. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Abused by your influence.
There you go. Yeah.
Right.
Abusing the power. Lucy was all around me.
Right.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Right.
That's basically
right.
what it was.
That's an interesting thing.
I love how he used that through the entire album, because the only reason why I can quote that and it's so powerful is because I think he put it in 7 tracks.
Right.
On the album. Yeah. He took the whole thing.
He did like one sentence as one between 2 songs. Then he until the very end where he said the whole thing, and then
which was
right.
That guy. Pause, but whatever.
Right.
Like that.
See, I like K Dot because Kendrick is the most prolific artist of my whole lifetime. Like I would say more so than somebody like.
He's like the
Like I would say, yeah, I would just say
like
that.
Bob Dylan.
You could say other folks
For white people.
that I was born in 91, so that'll tell you who. Before 91, look, Michael Jackson, all them people, look, scrap them. They was before my time. Just in my lifetime, because the way he just paints the picture of what he's seeing it's just so accurate. It's almost like NWA is very biased. It's very biased that they don't care about the police. Like they don't care about.
It was in a time.
Kendrick is almost like like everyone else talking about that hood shit is like wrapped up in it.
Right.
Kendrick is like you get conscious, you become conscious, you wake up conscious, and you're like, whoa, I'm in the middle of this situation. That's what it seems like Kendrick's perspective is. It's like waking up from the middle of it, like, you know what I mean? Good Kid, Mad City, like all these different things.
I've used the phrase "Good Kid, Mad City" to talk about things that are happening in society, other things that are not his album. I've used that phrase to explain what that is. You know what I'm saying? That concept.
Even when he went, because he started there and he took that lyricism and he made these things like universal by the nature of like how Eminem's not universal by his content. He's universal by the fact that he says a lot of words and people like that. It's like Guinness Book type stuff. So people will...
His artistry is good.
Right. So people will promote Eminem to little kids. They'll just promote the soft version of like his with the least curse words. Like, and then they'll bleep those out.
It's 3 a.m. in the morning.
It's like, how could you... But, you know... but like K-Dot, man, he's prolific. Like he just... And he's not...
And it's timeless, strangely, somehow.
Right. It's timeless.
He's very bound in time because, like, it's right now happening, but everything he put out is kind of timeless.
Like, To Pimp a Butterfly, like, his topic on race, straight up, I don't know what he might say, but for me, it's such a universal, and it's very specific. Like, he's not necessarily summing up all things black and white, which I like. Like, he's not saying this is everyone's black experience.
Well, that's the thing. Is like he chose his audience.
He's saying this is this is the Good Kid, Mad City, what I observed, and then tying that into the mainstream and how he views the world. And he kind of has a very, I wouldn't even say intellectual. I would say like a very knowledge, like almost as if he knows a little something about all of this on a deeper level. Mm-hmm. It's almost like, damn, K-Dot, like, are you like behind the scenes? Are you like a historian of like deep stuff kind of thing? But I don't know if he is or if he's just tapped into when he perceives things.
Because everything he says is really poetic, so it's almost like it's not because he's not
and he
like,
taps into the psychology.
Right. It's not so much
it's deep
facts.
psychology.
Like he's not hitting historical. You know, like
it's like into your mentality.
He's not Rakim. He's
like when he says, "I put the bullet in the back of the head of the police." To most people, that doesn't say we hate the police, kill all police. To most people, that sums up a sentiment that he's
describing the tenseness and the violence of the situation.
Right.
Yeah.
Because of the juxtaposition he's making about the love of himself against the environment he grew up in which there was no perception of that self-love because of the treatment in that particular environment. Not saying, and that's what's so universal, because then more people can listen to K. He's not saying to every white boy and girl in their house that, you know, they're the perpetrator of their crime. It's like, dang, I might not want to go to his Mad City because, you know what I mean? I also feel
like,
you know what I mean?
I also feel like you can put the message out there real flat,
and then
and who it hits is gonna hit. Go ahead.
Right. Yeah, because then he makes the juxtaposition about bringing those hood niggas to the Hollywood stage, right? Grandma told my, what did he say? Shit don't change until you get up and wipe your ass, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like bringing these hood niggas to the Hollywood stage. It's very distinct. Now he doesn't talk about everything. He talks about like the hood situation. He talks about the Hollywood. He talks about this
his experience.
That's
right.
That's what I was gonna say. Is like
right.
That's what he says. Everything he has to say,
right.
And who it hits is going to hit, and the way it hits them is going to hit them. But everybody listens. It's just how it is.
Right.
You go to church. The sermon, we just talked about this last week. You go to church. The sermon is the sermon.
Right.
You feel like he's talking to you.
Right.
And it is for you.
Right,
what
right.
you heard is for you.
Right.
But the sermon is the sermon.
Right.
The album is the album. Because when he's talking about Keisha, Tammy, stand up, whatever. It's like Keisha and Tammy, yeah, those are typical black names and everything like that. But when he's just like, fuck your ethnicity, right?
Right.
That's a declaration that what I'm talking about right now is if I use Keisha and Jamal and Tamar and Tammy and and all these black names,
right?
If you're between the ages of, at the time, if you're between the ages of 15 and 25 and you're hearing me, you're around this campfire that you hear as well.
Right.
And so everybody got to hear it. And then when he starts talking about what neighborhood he was in, when I'm broke, like a 50 Cent CD, and I'm rolling up with Shireen, where he's going into the neighborhood and everything like that. Like, a young white boy may not be able to identify with that.
Right.
But either he listens to it because he likes and that's the other thing about
because
Kendrick. He's so thorough. He's so thorough that the music is good, the story is good, the lyrics are good.
It.
You can take whatever you want from it.
They don't have to relate to it.
Exactly.
Do you have to relate to Scarface to watch the movie?
Right.
That's Kendrick. That's Kendrick, the movie.
I like that you said a sermon, though, because I think that Kendrick is very much like the leader of a sermon. And like we were talking about the Bible today, like the way Kendrick talks about things or the world or his perspective is very much his viewpoint and in relation to what he experiences, but he's laying this like story out
right
for everybody to take a piece from.
Right.
And he does it like a pastor. He knows how to use his voice. He knows how to be poetic in the lyrics. He is also religious, like he's pretty biblical in the things he talks about.
Right.
And that's also kind of how the Bible is laid out and how these characters in the Bible are laid out. We're talking about their specific lives and experiences, but they're able to reach broader audiences because of the way they're written and
right.
how they're
right.
cross cultures, they cross timelines.
Right.
It's okay.